Yo, what's up, guys? SK here, and today we're going to talk about this roadmap and the fact that we're getting crossplay in about 2 weeks, and just my thoughts on everything that's going on right now within the Black Desert community, because Xbox and PlayStation players are kind of like, what? Because we thought this wasn't going to happen until at least, next generation consoles came out, so we can have at least, more power behind our consoles. But this is happening in 2 weeks. And for that to happen in 2 weeks, we have to get the Camisylve renewal, which is something that we don't have at all because Xbox has Camisylve. And then we need PlayStation 4 players need Camisylve first of all, period. And then, so they'd have to put in the Camisylve renewal at the same time as they're doing this server conglomeration for the crossplay. And Pearl Abyss does not have the best track record in my mind of doing big updates like this. Something usually always goes wrong. These updates take a lot longer than they should. And even after that, there are massive bugs in the game. And being that this is on console, I'm definitely not seeing this being anything that's going to be done within the first day. I feel like it's going to take more than one maintenance to get this knocked out completely. Of course, with any online game, whenever they do big maintenances like this, there's going to be a few bugs to look out for. But the reason I wanted to bring up this roadmap is they had so much to do before they had to introduce crossplay, and I think they're doing Russian crossplay right now. The reason they're doing it is to revitalize the player base, because people are running out of things to do right now, and the PvP is usually what draws people to Black Desert. The ability to just go out and PvP whenever you want, Conquest, Node War, and stuff like that. But the battling between the consoles is what they're hoping, I'm guessing, is going to bring a lot of people back into the game, or bring more players into the game. And I'm not sure that's a really good thing for them to push for, rather than trying to get the content out and get optimization done on the game itself. Because right now, PlayStation, I believe, still has unplayable Node Wars, and just a lot of stuff isn't we still can't see witch skills and stuff like that. It's and then you want to I don't know how they plan on doing this. I don't know if there's going to be just everything thrown at. I don't know if they've been working on this since they've heard all the complaints. I'm hoping that they've taken everything that we've complained about in the last few months, grabbed it all, worked it into one patch secretly behind our backs without saying anything that they're going to do, and just smash it all together in this one update. But I know it's not going to happen. I've had faith in Pearl Abyss before when it comes to something like this, and this was way back on PC. I had faith on just a lot of changes that they said they were going to do, and it just never happened the way that the players thought it was going to happen. It led to a lot of my friends quitting back on PC. And I think this crossplay thing is going to just make a lot more people just move away from the game, especially when it comes to more MMOs coming out on console now. And it's going to be a major problem for them because, first of all, I love Black Desert as a game. It's a really good game. But at this point, I'm burnt out on the game, to be honest. There's nothing that keeps me here besides life skilling. To be honest, I don't do anything besides life skill. I don't gain joy in leveling up characters like I used to. I used to get all the characters to 58, then to 60. I don't get joy in that anymore. And a lot of people are going to realize that there's other games you can play when these MMOs come out, because we have Phantasy Star Online coming out on Xbox, and that's going to be free to play, I believe. A lot of people are going to flock to that because Phantasy Star has a cult base in the US and in the EU. A lot of people love Phantasy Star. They've waited for Phantasy Star to come to the US for a long time. For those people waiting on Bless Unleashed, they have that coming out, and a lot of people are just going to go to that because it's more PvE friendly, and the fact that it's free to play. So it's kind of just they're gonna have to step up a lot when it comes to keeping players in the game when it comes to this content, because this content it's generally not enough to keep up with the optimization that we have right now. Like, they're going to introduce guard. This is all first half of 2020, by the way. We still don't have any news on PlayStation 4 is coming, PlayStation 5 comes out, or Xbox Series X or whatever it's called is coming out. But this is all in the first half of 2020. This is all supposedly in the first half of 2020. So we're supposed to have the new OVA EXP servers, which isn't not really a big deal. It's more servers. Moehouse, which is a new class. Guardian, which is a new class. But the big things are we're supposed to have Magoria, which adds a whole sea content, like a whole lot of water content, and sea monsters and boats and weather patterns and ghost ships and the stuff in the water. There's more data into the game, and then they're going to add Dragon and Camisylph. Camisylph is a huge region in itself, and a lot of monsters are going to be in that region unless they nerf it down like how they did with the monsters in the regions that we have already. So we're going to have to wait and see that as well, because we don't know what they're going to do with Camisylph. Camisylvia, sorry. I keep saying Camisylph. That's the name of the tree. And then Dragon is not that big of a region, but it's still a lot of data in the game, and that's just adding more stuff into the game that has to load in, and just things that have to process. And it's the game's optimization. I don't think it's going to be ready for all this stuff in the first half of 2020. I think they should have waited a lot longer to do this roadmap. I think they should have done like piece by piece, Guardian, Mueha, maybe T8 horses, then the Ovia servers, maybe Savage Rifts, and then I would say I don't even think you need like Camisylph. Everybody wants Camisylph because they want the new Gen crystals and stuff like that. So you'd have to give them Camisylph at some point, but before PS5, like especially if you're smashing it in with crossplay, it's gonna be a very hard thing to keep up with, because there's gonna be so many people reporting bugs off of this. We all know there's gonna be bugs, and nobody's gonna say anything up until the point that we're not even complaining about bugs right now. Everybody's complaining about the names that they're not gonna be able to keep, or the names that they want to keep and they know it's gonna be sniped out from under them. Everybody's complaining about the other things that, like, you know, the petty things pretty much. Nobody's wondering, like, hey, what game-breaking bugs are there going to be? Am I actually going to be able to log in on the day of? Am I going to be able to log in at the end of the maintenance? Because, you know, this might screw up the entire game. Nobody's worried about that. And I'm really worried about the fact that the player base is just so focused on, you know, the wrong thing. They want more content, but they're like, every time they go on stream, all you see is Camisylph win, T8 horses win, T9 horses win, and this is 8-tier horses. Like, is it supposed to be T8 or is it supposed to be T9 horses? I'm not even sure, because this looks like an Autonort. I'm not really sure. I'm guessing it's supposed to be an Autonort, which is T9, so this is probably like a misprint right there. But like, it's just, no, it has to be T8. I'm sorry. That's a big misconception on my part, because we can't even get T8 in the game yet because of the loading walls that we have. We still have loading walls on PS4. Like, we have walls that we run into because we can't travel so fast. Even on foot, we run into these loading walls. Going through Calpheon is a hot mess if you're running from Heidel, because you'll run into like 5 or 6 walls before you even get through Calpheon. And I don't know how they expect to even put in something like T8 horses that have instant excel and sprint boost and drift and like all the stuff that you need to do cross map hopping, like people do on PC. You're not going to be able to do all that stuff on PlayStation and Xbox, especially not on PlayStation right now. Especially since a lot of people don't even have a PlayStation Pro, and a lot of people aren't going to go out and buy a PlayStation Pro just to buy the SSD so they can update to play Black Desert. Like, Black Desert is, I'm sorry to say, Black Desert isn't that serious for me. Like, I'm not going to go out there and do that. I'm not going to go out there and blow another $300 to get a new system and just to update the system with an SSD just to play Black Desert a little bit faster. I'd rather wait for the new gen to come out so we can have, you know, actual stabilization on the service, which we don't even know if they're going to actually have the game ready for that when the new gen comes out. So this is more of a video like on my thoughts of Black Desert, the state of Black Desert as it is for consoles, and I'm really worried like what's going to happen, because I know they're focused on their other games as well when it comes to like Crimson Desert and Plan 8 or Plan B, whatever it's called, the other game, and Tokay V and stuff. I know they're worried about all their other games and stuff, but I think they need to make smarter choices when it came to console. I think console Black Desert shouldn't have come out in the first place. It should have been pushed back until freaking the next generation of consoles came out. I think we should have got Shadow Arena. I said this many times. I said this in the Discord chat before. We should have gotten Shadow Arena first for consoles, because Shadow Arena is a battle royale. You can get in and get out of the games as much as you want. You can just go in there and PvP, and that would have held people over until Black Desert came out for a while. Like, that would have held people over for a while, and everybody would have been sated with PvP, because it's non-invasive. Like, you don't have to commit to a guild to play Shadow Arena. You don't have to commit to, you know, certain like hours of grinding a character up to play Shadow Arena. Like, I just think that's what they should have done. They should have bought Shadow Arena. They should have worked on Shadow Arena more, bought it out for console, and then left Black Desert alone until PlayStation 5 came out and Xbox Series S came out. Xbox One X was ready for Black Desert, but PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 Pro were not, and they did not take that into consideration. They wanted a console release, and I wanted a console release badly. I really wanted a console release, but seeing all the problems with how the console is now, I don't want it as bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, if it made sense for them to just drop the server right now and be like, hey, we're taking the server offline, you guys keep all your data, we're gonna relaunch this in PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, which I know they're never gonna do, because that won't hurt all of their profits and all of their reputation, and their stock would probably plummet to hell and beyond. But it's just something I feel like that's definitely what should have happened. Like, they should have just been like, you know what, we're not even gonna launch this game right now. We're gonna do Shadow Arena. We're gonna give you guys something else. Let you salivate on that for a little bit until this is actually ready. Like, BDO mobile plays better than BDO PC, guys. I mean, than BDO console. Like, take that into consideration. The mobile game plays better than console. And the mobile game lags like hell, but it doesn't even lag when you're trying to go through. They even have loading screens that make it even better. Like, you can add loading screens in this game just to cut down on some of the crap you have to deal with. But no, they want their persistent generated blah 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 blah. They want their persistent generated world. They want their sandbox open world MMORPG to stay intact with the brand that they have. That's fine, whatever. It's not working right now. And that's why I've just been kind of sitting around AFKing on in-game, speaking on Discord, because I don't have any ties to BDO console right now. I don't have a guild. I don't have things to keep me tied to the game. And it's kind of bummed me out that this is something I've wanted for a very long time, and it's come to this point where it's just like, I really want to keep doing this, because by the time it comes out on PS5, no one's going to be wanting to play anymore. Like, everyone, like, it's going to have the people that hardcore wanted to play BDO, and that's pretty much it. Like, it's going to be just the hardcore players that want to play BDO, because by the time, like, Series X come out, they're going to have all the new games that are coming out with that. First of all, they're going to have whatever free games come out with that, because there's going to be a ton of free games coming out with that. We're still going to have the old games that are going, like, because apparently there's going to be the ability to play older games, so people are going to be playing their older games as well. It's just, I'm ranting, I'm sorry, but this is what this turned into. I don't know if this is going to work with Black Desert for the future of the game on console, at least not on PS4, but we'll see what happens, guys. I'm SK, I'm here, and I will be here for a while. I'll still do the patch notes, I'll still log in, I'll still get my login rewards and stuff like that, because I'm addicted to, consistency and that stuff. But other than that, I think I'm just gonna like side play BDO for now and see what happens. Like, I want to get into it when the Guardian comes out. I really do. I really want to get into the game and just like hardcore play when Guardian comes out, because she looks like a really fun class. And who knows? She might reinvigorate my spark to the game. Maybe the Camisylph renewal and the server merge and the Ovia server and everything comes together. They all come together and reinvigorate the game for me, and everything's fixed before we even get to next gen consoles. Maybe that'll happen, but like I said, my belief in Pearl Abyss and their track record is just not there. Like, I've seen a lot of the stuff that has happened with this game. I've been here for 6 years, so I'm just like, that's just how I feel. But yeah, SK signing off, and see me in the comments. Let me know how you feel. Peace.